like I want my kids to look at me like a superhero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Now with today's world, the kids are so advanced.
I never.
But
Shut up,
you're gonna
baby.
do what I called you. Like, now come on and do what I told you to do.
For real, yeah. I miss him a lot.
I think it's more like an ego thing with parents, you know what I'm saying? They don't want other parents to look at them like, oh, that's how they're being brought up, or that's how it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Parental Vision Podcast. I'm your host, Tiana, and today's segment is brought to you by FaZe Coffee, fueling those late-night parenting moments. Today's special guest is Hartford, Connecticut's very own Tyshaun Williams. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I'm doing great.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time out to sit and speak with me today.
Yes, you're welcome.
So, obviously, you're here because you're a parent. So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
For one, I'm genuine at heart. So, I go out, all out for the people that I love and care about. If I feel like you match my energy, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you. You know what I'm saying? So, from the age of 6, I grew up in the system. So from the age of 6, I never spent more than 2 years outside of an institutional setting. So everything I pretty much learned was a blend between the system and the streets. And I don't feel like I necessarily had to be in the streets, but I feel like I was kind of forced into that in a way. So it's it is what it is. Instead of allowing myself to be consumed by that, I've found ways to grow and to develop and to keep learning and evolving and things of that nature. So, up until a point when I was probably about, between 18 and 19, I got incarcerated for, armed robbery. I was into bank robberies and things like that. And I got sentenced to 19 years solid, 15 on one case, 4 on the other, consecutive. And I served 16 and a half off of that. And through that process, I educated myself because I didn't want to come out here and be the same person that I used to be. So I had to learn everything that I was never taught, how to be a man, how to be a father, what it is to be a husband, all of these things. I had to ask questions that people didn't necessarily divulge to me, so that's what it was for me. And I stood on that, and I went after it no matter how hard it was. I didn't care. I done dealt with all the tears, all the pain. Yeah, man. Who was my girlfriend at the time, who is my wife now, told me she was pregnant. And a couple hours after that, I got incarcerated.
A couple hours.
So the feds came and got me. And I never had an opportunity to be involved in my first child's life, which was very unfortunate, but that catapulted a different way of life for me.
Yeah.
So that gave me opportunity to actually learn things the correct way. Because my parents didn't know how to teach me. They were accustomed to chaos and poverty and all of those things. And I didn't like that for myself, and I didn't like that for the people that I loved. So I wanted to learn different ways to be successful and what it meant to be successful. So I went after what I thought, was necessary and what would be beneficial to myself, my family, my daughter, what would create a more stable future for her, better opportunities for her, and whatever kids came along after that from my seed. And, I just did the best that I could and still continue to do the best that I can now. So even in my success, I don't lord myself over anybody. I'm not better than anybody. I'm just blessed in different ways only because of what I was willing to go after.
When you initially got the call or when the feds came to come get you, when you just found out that you were about to be a father, how did you feel? Like, what was those moments like, if you even remember?
I felt like I failed. Because I made a promise to my daughter's mother that I would never leave them. So even though my choices caused me to be removed from that situation, I never left because I continued to be active from behind the wall. So I never gave up. Continued to write letters, continue to do everything that I could to show support that I care. And just because life has taken its course, circumstances has taken its course, I didn't get caught up in what everybody else get caught up in when they have a child with a woman. Oh, I don't care. No, I care, and I'm going to be here. So however you choose to live your life won't change me. I am who I am, so I stood on that. You know, and I was blessed. I was very, very blessed in my situation. I had some good people around me. I always, dealt with older individuals, so that helped my mindset to evolve. I used to observe things a lot, so how I spoke and what was correct and what was incorrect speaking. So I started getting into studying language, studying etymology. I studied Arabic. I studied religion. I studied Spanish. I mean, I did everything that I could possibly do to make myself an asset. And those things that I've learned in there has followed me out here and has opened a numerous amount of doors for me. So I can say that I'm very blessed. It was challenging coming out here, being a father, and adapting to society after being incarcerated for so long. That was very, very difficult for me. The thing that people fail to realize is that when you're locked away from society so long, we're social creatures. And part of being a social creature is having contact and connection with the opposite sex. So you have a deep desire to be accepted and appreciated. You spent so long being invincible. And that's what happened when you're in those walls. You're locked outside of what people can see. They don't see you. They see the prison clothes that you wear. So you're no longer an individual. You're just another inmate. You're just another number. And you have no value. So I believe that if you don't like something, you do something to change that. And that's what I did. I came out here and I changed what I didn't like. So being a father, me stepping into my kid's life. So I have two, and my wife has two. So I always say that I have 4 children because her kids are my kids. So I love them no different from my own. So what I extend to my kids, I extend to them as well. What I work for, if it ever comes to my passing, they benefit from that as well. And they would never have to worry about anything. And I would do whatever I can. And even if it meant for me to give my life for them to be safe and protected, and I would do just that. And that's just the way that I operate. It's not a facade. It's not to sound honorable, but I'm that type of individual, and I'm that type of individual for real. And I have stories that can tell you that, and I have people that can verify that for you. But I consider myself to be very, very different from most. I appear to be similar to others, but I'm nothing like of what you are accustomed to seeing. But it was very challenging to walk into the situation as being a father. Yeah. They don't know me apart from the phone. So here it is, me being a disciplinarian. You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm shutting your boundaries down. You're pushing the limits, and I'm giving you boundaries that you're not going to cross. You can't cross these boundaries. You're going to respect me. You're going to respect your mother. This is what you're going to do. You can't do what you want. So that changed the dynamic. And there was a lot of backlash from that. But then I gained a lot of respect because I never let up. I never deviated. I never changed. I always spoke from the heart. So when you speak from the heart, people can feel your energy. Right. They know when you're lying. They know when you run a game. They know all of that nonsense because your actions are going to reflect that. I don't change. I am who I am. The terms of how you meet me will be that every single day for the rest of your life. unless you change it. Nobody can't change the bond or the connection or the relationship that we have. So if you my homie or boy or, you know what I'm saying, homegirl, whatever, nobody can change that. I am that way until death, and I stand on that. Nobody can't come and try to put you in harm's way, because I'll take the harm rather than you take that harm, because you're my friend, and this is the way that I express my love. You know, so now live my life that way.
During the course of time when you first got incarcerated, or actually no, let's start from when you had to go to trial or anything like that. No. How come?
Because
You skipped that whole part.
yeah, I didn't. Everything was basically put out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I never had, I got caught red-handed, basically. Yeah, it was nothing to hide.
Oh, wow.
I was caught red-handed.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had to basically give up myself to keep my daughter's mother from, getting incarcerated.
Really?
Yeah, from her being, jammed up in my situation. You're not about to jam her up. So this is my gun. Yeah, I did that and so forth, and just left it at that. You know what I'm saying? And I took my weight, and people took their weight.
Was there any point in time where, because I've heard stories where sometimes the man will tell the woman not to wait. Did you ever have that moment in you? Did she wait? Did she stand by?
I didn't even know how to deal with that.
Okay.
I was a young teen. We both were young teens, so I didn't really know how to deal with that. I had to actually mature into that.
Okay.
Her father actually gave me the advice to say, listen, you're in there now. Work to better yourself. And let life take its course as it may. And that was a hard concept for me to embrace for a very long time. I never gave up. I'm the type of person that, when I love hard. And I'm like that in friendships and relationships. Like I'm just like that. Like, man, I call everybody in my call log. What up? How you doing? Everything all right? Like, I'll call them. They might not call me, but I will call them. I will call you. I will check on you. How are you doing? Is everything all right with you? You good? You need me to pull up? You straight? You know what I'm saying? Anything I can help with? You need money? You good? Like, what's going on with you? If there's something that I can help you with, I will help you. However, if you're not a certain way with me and you're coming a certain way, I might just reject that because that's not genuine. That's fake. You don't know me any other time until you need something, because I'm never going to come to you and tell you what I need. The only thing I need is you to be genuine. I'm going to function in my capacity of what I'm gifted in. You function in yours, but be authentic. I do exist. So I like to know that, people care. And a lot of people don't. So how you are to people, they're not going to give that back to you. They're just not. And that's just what it is. Everybody hasn't learned what you've learned, hasn't seen what you've seen, and hasn't gone through what you're going through. Like, you may be sit here and you dressed up and, you have a nice appearance, but nobody can say what you've been through. The things that you've been through, you don't present that. But when those doors close, man, that hurt remains. Yeah. Like, man, I'm telling you, I done gave my heart to people, and I don't want to see people win, man, and they don't want to see me win. And I'm working 9 times as harder. Forget about 3 times. I'm working 9 times as harder to get ahead. I might be further ahead than people that have been out here the whole time, and I've only been out here for 5 years. So to be out here for this amount of time, and I'm so far ahead, but yet I still feel like I'm light years behind. Yeah. Like, and I'm working twice as hard. I'm so intelligent. I'm so sincere. When people don't get that back, they don't give it back. And I still got to keep walking and keep my head up. It don't matter how many people that I may have shot or dead in the streets. None of that doesn't make me those were survival tactics. That's not the real me. When you talk to the real me, this is what you get. You get the real me. This don't make me no less of a man. I'm a man no matter where I go. I'm authentic no matter where I go. If you hurt, I'm hurt with you. Because I don't want to see my people hurt.
You want to see everybody win.
I want to see everybody win. I don't work for myself. I don't work just so my family can be good. When you hear people speak and they say, oh, fuck this and oh, screw that and da-da-da-da, and it's just me, that's fake. Because we're put on this planet to be of service to somebody else. That's right. So if I can't help you in a genuine way, whatever God puts on my heart, I'm going to function in that. I might not be comfortable with that. I don't give money to everybody that I see. But there's times when I say, you all right? What do you need? How can I help you? Are you hungry? Because what other reason are you asking for money for? Are you hungry? If you're hungry, when you say yes, will show me how genuine you are. I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me last week. A dude, white guy, was walking around asking people for money. He asked another white dude for some money, and the dude flipped on him. He like, get the away from me. Started flipping on him. And I jumped out the truck, and I really felt some type of way. Don't treat people that way. I don't like that. That's my protective side. And it bothered me. It bothered me so much to see somebody being treated that way. I'd have been to the lows. I'm probably one of the few people that understand things in such a different way. And I asked him, I said, man, are you all right? He said to me, he said, I just need $1.35 to get on the bus. Because I said, you hungry or something? Is everything all right with you? He said, I just need like $1.35 or 37 or something like that. He asked for a specific amount. He didn't ask for $5. He didn't ask for $2. He said $1.37. Yeah. And I said, and I pulled money out my wallet. I didn't even count it. I just gave it to him. Mm-hmm. He says, oh man, thank you so much for that. I said, don't worry about that. I said, I don't like that. I do not like that. You take care of yourself out here. You be safe. Yeah. We can't save everybody. Yeah. But man, my heart is so real to wanting to help people in any way that I can. But my desire to live a good life, like this is me every single day outside of work. Mm-hmm. This is me. I don't do this for, sometimes you might not even see my chain. I do that. I've had this chain over 20 years. Mm-hmm. This represents something. It's not about flossing. It's a representation. It's what it reflects. Everything that we wear, when you're conscious, it makes a statement. Mm-hmm. You don't do it to be seen. You do it to make a statement. Right. Those statements make connections that can't get you through other doors. Anybody can't walk through them doors. That's right. Anybody can't walk through these doors. I didn't walk through these doors on my own merit. I walked through these doors through the grace of God. I didn't do this on my own. Nothing that I do on my own. The only thing I do on my own is when I act out of my own pride.
What I do want to dive into more, if you don't mind, how did you said that was a hard decision for you to make for you not to tell her not to wait. So how did you guys end up as boyfriend and girlfriend, breaking up, husband and wife? How'd that go about?
I told her the same thing every single day, my entire incarceration.
What did you tell her?
How much I loved her, how much I appreciated, and how sorry I was for abandoning her and my child and leaving that burden on her to be a single parent. Because I was supposed to be a provider and a protector, and I subject them to so much in life that they shouldn't even ever have to be exposed to. I felt that, and I have to live with that, and I still deal with that. So the result of what was catapulted after that was on me. Can't put that on her. You're learning how to survive out here as an adult. I'm learning how to be an adult and a man from here. Never experiencing it. I didn't learn to be an adult until I got out here and started to actually pay bills for real. I started to actually, be a parent for real. Have to make sacrifices for real.
And how old were you when you got out?
I'm 41 now, so I was about 36.
Okay.
Yeah. So, to have to deal with all of that, when it starts to make real sacrifices. I was making sacrifices from in there because I worked in there and I developed a work ethic from within the walls. But I used to take my money and I would send my money home, or I would buy gifts from like gift shops and I would send it home to them.
Wait, you were paying bills from jail?
I was trying to. So let's say I made $150 a month.
Yeah.
I would take a major portion of that and send it home, and I would take just a little to sustain myself, to get commissary, to get, certain necessities as far as deodorant, toothpaste, and things like that. And I would live on a bare minimum while trying to still help out there. So, those couple of dollars don't mean nothing. That's gas tank. Gas tank, fill that, take that, and won't even fill the tank.
Yeah, but don't minimize it, though. That's still something. That's more than what some people do out here.
Right, but for me, it was huge. Because it's like, no matter what my circumstance, it won't stop me from trying to take care of my responsibilities. And so that was big for me. And a lot of people will never understand the sacrifices that you make from in there. That will never be understood, because if you never went through it, you're not going to understand. No man can ever understand what it's like for you as a woman. What you have to go through. How guys are going to look at you. The things that guys are going to say to you. The way that they're going to grab you without your permission. What you have to go through when your body changes from pregnancy. After you have your child, when you go through postpartum depression. The way your chemical imbalances, you start to go through that, and you can't help how you feel because your chemicals are imbalanced. So therefore, you're depressed and you can't even control it. So you dealing with this partner that can't even understand that. He can't fathom that. He think you bugging. No, that has nothing to do with what you're doing. That's something your body is going through, and it's caused a behavioral reaction. And if you don't understand that, and I explained that to my sister, a lot of men don't understand that. The only reason why I understand these things, and not to be explicit, but I've read so much in there. I've read so much, from sex education to religious knowledge to scientific knowledge to understanding words to trying to understand women. So when you start to dive into sex education, you learn about women on a whole different scale. People won't even converse with you about this. They will not tell you about these things because they don't even know where to start from. Oh man, this is what a woman need. Me, real nigga. Blah, blah, blah. But that has nothing to do with nothing. That has nothing to do with nothing. If you're dealing with two women that are, they date each other, same sex. They're naturally feminine from a female standpoint. And the other is saying, oh, I need you to be more like a man. She's only telling you that she needs the masculine part, the masculine element in the relationship. She just doesn't know how to tell you because she's speaking with you with limited information. So she can't articulate herself as deep as she really wants to. So for lack of better words, that's the way that she tells you. Vice versa. When a man speaks to a woman, he can only speak to you based on the knowledge that he has. So as much as he want to express himself, he can only express himself from a limited standpoint because he doesn't know how to articulate himself because he's limited. So in order for you to express yourself, you have to understand things on a much deeper level. And the only way you're going to do that is, for one, you allow yourself to be educated, or two, you're going to educate yourself. You have to have open ears. You have to have an open heart. You got to be a sponge in every situation you walk into so that you can learn. You can learn things without having to be spoken to. It's real talk.
What's your take on raising another man's children?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
Doesn't bother you?
Don't bother me at all.
That's good.
Because we all come in packages. I come with a package that you might not like. I can be very bossy in how I move.
How so?
To be clear, and I'm going to speak plainly, not to disregard your feelings. I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. I'm going to move how I need to. Because I know how to get it done in the way I know how to get it done. You might not like that. That might not be acceptable for you. Don't get in my way while I'm trying to get this done. Because you can't get it done like I could. That's just like you trying to step in my arena as a man and being a leader. You can't step in my arena. You in the kitchen and you taking care of the household. I can't step in your arena. The household and the kitchen is your arena. So I got to respect your domain. So when I walk in the house, I got to walk in the house with a humble spirit. Because this is your domain. When I walk out in society, I got to walk out society strong and proud. You got to understand that I got this. Because I've had people tell me my whole life that I don't. So I got a point to prove. I move with a point to prove. So because I've lived invincible for so long, I don't got to be flossy or flashy for you to see me. You're going to see me. You're going to notice me when I walk in the room. I don't got to say nothing. You're going to take notice for one, my presence. Two, my eyes. You're going to say, I don't know what it is, but it's something serious about this individual. I ain't trying to impress you. I got somewhere to be. I got somewhere to be. My destiny is to get so much further ahead. And the reason why I move in such a way is because there's people that need me that don't even know they need me. But I know it because I can feel it when I'm sleeping. I'm just being honest.
Well said. How do you feel about having grandkids one day? Because you talk about leaving behind a legacy.
I tell my daughter, man. She's like, probably in a couple years, that's my answer. Ugh.
How old is your daughter? I'm sorry.
My daughter is 20.
You look good. So she talks about it, having them in a couple years. And how do you feel about it, though?
Man, I ain't ready to be no pop-pop.
No.
I don't want to be no pop-pop. Because, man, I need...
You talk about destiny and leaving behind a legacy. That includes the grandkids.
It do. But, man, pop-pop ain't ready to babysit.
That's what it's about. Pop-up still want to have fun.
Yeah, man. Pop-pop try to travel, man, and have some fun. I've been working.
Oh, man. So, wait. How old are all your kids? Go through their ages one by one.
So, my oldest just turned 4. Well, excuse me. My youngest just turned 4. My younger one is 14. My son is 18, and my daughter is 20.
Oh, my goodness.
18 going on 19. He'll be 19 next November.
Do your children demonstrate some of your similarities? Like
My daughter.
characteristics? Yeah. How so?
I'm going to show you.
You show me.
I'm going to show you so you can actually see
Okay.
the true reflection and identity. So if you don't mind.
Yeah. Let me take a look.
So as you can see.
Gorgeous.
Looks like me.
Yes. Beautiful.
She changes her look every so often. So she'll look like a completely different person.
Okay.
Her attitude is so much like mine. So it's like me versus me.
Yeah. How was that? You guys clash?
Yeah, but I had to learn how to deal with that. So once I start realizing that she's misperceiving what I'm telling her, or what I'm presenting to her, that's when I had to change. Like, all right, this isn't working. So let me converse with you about this. This is what I want you to understand. This is what I'm telling you. This is what you're hearing. This, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. So this is what I want you to understand. So our relationship based on that has gotten so much better.
Communication.
Yes, like it has changed a lot. Like when I tell you the respect that they have for me and they see how hard I work, like, man, there's times I will miss days without eating just because of what I'm trying to provide for my family.
And what do you do for a living?
Drive tractor trailers. And I do car hauling specifically.
So you do it within Connecticut, or you go state to state?
State to state.
Really? And how is that? Because I know you did miss out on so much time prior with your children. Do you feel like that takes away from time with them now? And if so, how do you make up for it?
It does. I try to make up by creating a future that they're not accustomed to. So with trying to set up businesses for them, put them in the house that they can call their own, right? So you don't have to worry about working for nobody else. Do what you got to do now, because you're learning work ethic, you're learning etiquette and how to deal with things in society. I don't necessarily want you to feel like you're privileged. I want you to respect the struggle, but at the same time, understand that you never had to deal with nothing in there.
Right.
You never had to deal with none of that. So appreciate where you at. Appreciate where you going. Respect where they coming from.
Yes.
Don't never look down on nobody, because you never know what they had to go through. People done been through things. People done been molested, raped. They done watch their parents get murdered in front of them. Watch their kids get, man, people done been through so much. You know nothing of pain.
Yeah.
You think because your Jordans got scratched up that your life is over. When these people out here suffering for real, you don't know where your next meal was going to come from. So to be blessed and to be fortunate, that's something to appreciate. Never count your blessings short. But never be arrogant to where you can't get further ahead and don't have compassion for the next person. You'll get blessed so much more. You got people that's out here taking from people and they don't care because they never had to go through it. Right. But when you invest in people, the investment that comes back is so much more than what monetary things can present.
I agree.
The people is what give you the power, not the money. The money give you the resources to a degree, but the people that you invest in and those people that respect you will do so much more for you than the money can ever do for you.
More value in it.
Yes, yes, because they will protect you, but also they will also bring the money, because if they're bringing you the money and they're making the money, you're creating opportunity for them as well as yourself. Yeah. Let's break bread. Let's win. Because I want to see you eat. I don't have to pay you less to do more. I want to pay you what you're worth. So, okay, you might not know a lot now, but I'm gonna help you build your knowledge up. You just gotta be willing. Right. Are you willing? I will take the time out of my day for you to learn what you need to learn. Because nobody never did it for me.
So you're being everything to your children that you wish your parents were to you, essentially.
I try to be to the best of my ability, absolutely. I might not always be the fun parent. I'm the get in your ass type of parent.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm the get in your ass type of parent. Don't get it twisted. I'll get in your ass. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not about that. I need you to understand that it's important that you understand where I'm coming from as a parent. The love and the discipline that I show you is not the love and the discipline that the world is going to show you. You know? Yeah. If I spank your ass, you going to understand that I'm doing it out of love. So I'm not trying to hurt you. If they spank your ass, they trying to hurt you or kill you. That's the difference. Kids don't understand that, especially now. Nobody's teaching them anything. Nobody's showing them nothing. Everything that they seeing is from social media. Social media has become the parent. These young girls are following after Sexy Red. No shade to her. She got to make her money. But at the same time, who else are going to be their role models? This is what's being pushed out here. And because of what's being pushed, it's a whole system that's taking place. And this system generates wealth. So the people behind the scenes are going to benefit from it. So if you chasing after this little girl, everything that you see on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everybody shaking their behind. A lot of these females don't have nothing to offer. They have no real substance. You can ask them a specific question. Who are you?
And they can't answer it.
They will not answer it. They don't even know where to start from. What makes you? You can put on your hair, your lashes, and all of that. You can look good. Yeah. But when you take that off,
who are you?
You're still going to look good. Yeah. It doesn't change your beauty. It does amplify the look, but you're still beautiful. Doesn't change that. You just got to radiate that from within. Nobody going to be perfect. You're not going to be every woman for every man. You're not going to be that. But as long as you're comfortable to say, you know what, this is who I am. I love who I am. I appreciate who I am. I ain't perfect, but man, this ain't what you gonna find. You gotta understand that. And it has to be the why that is. If you don't know why that is, then you can't identify who you are still. I'm a different breed. Because what I come with, it's very rare. I'm a very rare breed. I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to act like it. Man, I'm this, man, I'm that. You're never gonna see me grab my crotch. You never see me hang my pants off my behind. You're never going to see me flash money.
I really enjoyed this interview. I really did. So before we wrap, though, I have to ask you 5 things that you feel like make up a great father.
I say for one is patience. 2 is communication. You got to be educated to your children. Man, discipline and how you conduct yourself is the 4th one. And consistency.
Okay. Those are great core values. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and taking time out of your day. I really appreciate it. So you said you have your own business, though. So tell the people what your business is so they can look you up.
Ties Transportation, LLC.
They can find you on what social media platforms?
Facebook, but I haven't really put it out there. I kind of just, I'm still building. I'm still kind of in the fresh stages.
Well, this is the start.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. And if no one tells you, I'm sure you don't need to hear it, but you are an amazing father.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't hear it often, but I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Once again, Parental Vision with your host, Tiana. That's a wrap.